brands off. Well, I said blands.
I heard.
Edit that out. Welcome to Negative Space, a podcast about art, I guess.
Yeah. Art and art students and,
sometimes we
apparently
talk about art.
Christmas.
Sometimes we don't.
Yeah. Today it looks like our topic is, Christmas gift guides for artists and related topics. Because, we're coming up on that time of year.
We are. I already got a Christmas gift, and it was very good. And it's art-related, so it's perfect for this podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I, have also gotten my Christmas gift. Well, it hasn't come yet, but, that's why the first
So disappointed
topic on the
in
show
you.
notes is $130 fountain pen follow-up. So, I went back home for Thanksgiving, and I was talking to my dad. He's like, so what do you want for Christmas? Because my birthday is in January, my parents like to buy me, like, one gift for my birthday and for Christmas, because they're, like, close enough together. And so they're like, yeah, just pick, like, one thing. And so I was like, I couldn't think of, like, normally I can think of something that, like, I want that's, like, kind of big.
Yeah.
But this year I just don't really have anything. So I was like, well, I've been looking at this fountain pen. And my dad was like, okay. And he bought it for me. So that's it's going to be coming in the mail.
Congrats, I guess. I'm not
Thank
sure
you.
if I'm more disappointed or happy for you.
Oh,
It's hard to decide.
no.
I'm sure it's super fancy and worth it.
Thank you.
Um,
So that's the follow-up, because that was my one cool thing from 2 weeks ago.
we should move on past the fact that you got somebody to spend $130 on a fountain pen and talk about what I got. I got a second monitor to do art on and stuff.
You're finally living the 2-monitor life,
I
Simone.
know, it's so
It's
good.
the only way to live. Let's be real here.
It's just, I mean, can we talk about having more than one monitor for a sec? Like, other than
Yeah.
it being generally more helpful, like, in terms of drawing and stuff, I can't go back.
No, there's no way. Like, the thing is that the monitor, any monitor you buy, is going to be, like, so much bigger than your normal laptop screen is, that, like, the minute you see it and you bring Photoshop over and then you drag Photoshop into, like, a huge window, it's like, oh god, this is what life is like. Real life.
Yeah, as soon as you can give Photoshop its own monitor, it's like, it's just so good. Like, 'cause with art, you have to, I mean, like, you don't always use references, but you should. So when you pull up references on a separate screen and you don't have to, like, split the screen, your tiny, really, really tiny
Yeah.
MacBook Air screen, it's so satisfying. And it, like, you know, feels less cluttered, even though it's theoretically just as cluttered.
Let me ask you something. How are you mapping your tablet with the second monitor?
Oh,
Because what I do, and I figured this out because it didn't make any sense any other way, was that I have my tablet, so I use it in pen mode, not mouse mode, and I have my tablet mapped only to my second monitor screen, so I can't use the tablet in my laptop screen at all, because if I have to work in Photoshop or anything, I'll just move it to the big monitor.
yeah, same, actually. It's just mapped to my top screen at this point. So unless I just have my laptop on its own, like if I'm traveling and I want to draw, I guess, I can still use it there, but when it's plugged in, it's just mapped to the monitor, because there's no reason for me to use the small one.
Yeah, I know. Or, like, you also have an option to, like, map it to both of them, but then you can't use, like, the top half and bottom of the tablet,
Yeah.
so it's just totally useless.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's how it automatically maps when you plug it in. And I tried using it, and I was like, I can only use
This
half
is,
of
like,
the
tiny
screen.
little, no thanks.
Yeah.
That's, like, having your tablet size.
Yeah, so it's like, no, that's not worth it. Just map
Yeah.
it to the top.
Yeah. And sometimes I forget to, and I'll try and, like, do something in my computer monitor, like, with the tablet, and I'll be like, why isn't it going over? And what's the problem here? And then I'll remember that it's not how it works. All right. Well, that's a good Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm. Monitor, especially, I guess, if you're not a digital artist, it might not be helpful. Having a second monitor in general is really helpful, though, so, you know.
You can play the full screen videos while also doing other things.
Yeah. That's actually half of what I use it for, because before I got the second monitor, I would just, you know, like, pull up Photoshop, and then I'd do other stuff in my browser, like, I'd pull up references, but I'd also play videos. But now I can do all of that in one place, and I don't have to keep opening and closing windows.
That's, it's the only way to go. I can't wait until I, like, can get a Cintiq, and then I'll have 3 monitors. Like, wow.
You know, I've been hearing some people, like, not trash talking the Cintiq, I guess, but I've been hearing some good things about the Surface, and the thing is, I'm not actually sure if it's any good, because I just
the Microsoft one?
Yeah, I keep seeing ads for it, and it's like all these, not Guillermo del Toro, but that one guy, I don't remember, like a bunch of like big name artists in the industry are like doing ads like, oh, look at this Surface, it's so good.
One of those artists is my teacher.
Really?
Did I send you this? Did I send you the video?
Yes,
Peter
please.
Peter Hahn did one of those Microsoft tab like thingy.
He did an ad?
Yeah.
You have to send it to me.
It's actually really funny because he like comes. It's like, oh, like artists use blah blah blah, and he like comes into the room and he sits down and there's this like other kid and he's like showing this kid how to draw. But the thing is, Peter Hahn is like 100% Asian and this kid's really white, and so it's like. So what's it's just a little bit like
weird.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can
it's
imagine.
just he like, but you know, I don't know, like it is the pen like as sensitive as a Wacom pen?
Like that's what I was wondering about, because
and in the ad for some reason in order to like draw he opens PowerPoint.
Wait, hold on.
So
are you for real?
I'm for real right now.
Like, did they have him actually using one in that ad, or did they just like
drawing?
Give him? Did they just give him one with a green screen, and they were like, here?
No. He's actually. I'm pretty sure he's actually drawing, but like he draws it in PowerPoint.
I mean,
and I mean, obviously it looks great because it's Peter Hahn, and if like you were a good artist, then anything looks good in whatever medium you do. Like he could draw like a robot in crayon and it would look like studio quality, but you know, PowerPoint, really?
I'm trying to figure out where, because I don't remember the actual thing that would let you draw on that, because nobody ever used it, right? Nobody uses PowerPoint to draw. You'd use MS Paint before you'd use PowerPoint. Like...
Yeah, I think it's because they wanted to show off, like, PowerPoint has some, like, replay capability, like, where it'll track what order you drew in, and then you can replay it.
I guess. You know what else is really great for that? A recording program. Like OBS or something. Anything but PowerPoint.
Yeah. Guess they just didn't want to give Adobe free advertising.
I guess. But Adobe is, like, everything. Adobe is the world. You can't just, like... talk about art programs and pretend that Adobe doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It is the art programs.
Just use
plural.
PowerPoint, kids.
Yeah.
Peter Hahn recommended. Anyway, I'll send you that video. It's pretty funny.
Thank you.
So I am not going to be asking for one of those Microsoft Surface things for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just like...
honestly, I don't know.
I'd like to try one, you know? But all I've ever seen is those ads.
Hey, you want to go into the Microsoft store over Christmas break?
Oh yeah, we totally should. We should check them out.
Yeah.
And then we can give a better recommendation on whether you should get it or not compared to like an Intuos or, as Sam is considering, a Cintiq.
So back to gifts that are not the Microsoft Surface.
Nope.
What are the best like art gifts that you've ever gotten? Like gifts that you've gotten from people who know you're an artist and wanted to give you something art related?
Monitor. This and my tablet are, like, the two best things I've ever gotten as a gift as an artist, because with those brands like that, you can't really go wrong. There are some, you know, bad brands out there, but you're most likely gonna find one of these if you just Google it than, like, a bad one, unlike a lot of traditional supplies, where if you just Google, like, paintbrush, you're not gonna get the best. You're not gonna get the best. Some, like, recommendations.
$1 craft paintbrush.
Seriously.
Yeah. I think the best art gifts that I've ever gotten are actually art books.
Oh, yeah? I haven't gotten any art books. I think
my mom got me the James Gurney books one year for my birthday. Color and Light and Imaginative Realism.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And those books are really great. Also, I don't think I've gotten many art gifts actually, because usually gifts I get from my parents or from my friends are other stuff.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot of art gifts, and unfortunately I haven't gotten that many art books. I'm sure that if I got more I'd appreciate them, but the only art book I've ever gotten I got when I was, let's see, maybe 7. And it was from my grandma, and I guess she was thinking because I'm Japanese, I would like Japanese stuff just automatically.
Oh,
so she got me an Inuyasha art book, and I had no idea what it was. I was just so confused. I was like, Grandma, what is this? There's blood in it.
Oh my god.
I didn't get it.
Oh god, but I definitely bought one of those how to
draw anime
manga.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
I definitely got one of those once for a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
That was
as a Christmas gift. I thought you might have gotten it for yourself.
No, bought it myself.
And I was
no.
Sam, no.
Oh man, that'd be a whole new level of shame. I wouldn't even be able to talk about it.
You wouldn't even be mentioning it on the show.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, I appreciated it at the time because I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn how to draw manga. And I, didn't have the taste to recognize that all the drawings in the book were really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, that's something. Actually, one of my favorite things to do whenever I'm at, a used bookstore is to go into the art book section and, look for... Have you ever found art books that are, just full of really bad art?
Yes.
It's so incredible.
I just, those art books give me hope. Because they make me realize, hey, if I can't get a job doing anything else, and if I'm not good enough, at least I can do this.
Yeah, it's and especially the ones that are figure drawing art books where I don't know where they find these artists, but they hire these artists who are obviously not good at all at figure drawing, and they're just do this, and it's no.
Except don't do that. Yeah, so those sort of art books you should steer away from for some obvious reasons. I mean, unless your kid explicitly asks for it, then that's okay, whatever, that's their thing.
Here's the thing, though, the person that you're buying gifts for is just gonna have better taste about what art books are good.
Yeah.
So it's I don't recommend going out and just going to the bookstore and looking at the art books and then just picking one, because I don't know, maybe they have the taste to tell what's good and what's not, but maybe not.
Yeah. The problem with Christmas as a holiday is it's just the whole gift buying thing is so problematic in the way that it's done, just because you just assume that these people that you only see for a couple of days of the year will know your tastes, and then you're supposed to buy them gifts, which you have no idea how to shop for them, and they're supposed to buy you gifts, and they have no idea how to shop for you.
And then you end up with generic Christmas gifts candles and soap and stuff.
Yeah. Or stuff that you'll never use. I got these weird slippers one time. Actually, I think somebody gets me the same slippers every time, and I'm never gonna wear these.
Stockpile slippers.
They're not even my size. They're too small. So I don't know what to do with them. Not that I don't appreciate it. I mean, I'm glad that they're thinking about me and that they want to get me a gift. But it's the sort of thing that doesn't really work on a conceptual level.
No, the best gifts that I get are always from, my friends.
Yeah. Because
my parents, sometimes they'll try and surprise me with something, but, I mean, usually they'll just ask me, hey, what do you want for Christmas? You know? And you'll just, and that's really nice. But also you, know what it is, because you asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I get more excited for that than I get for, anything else that I get on Christmas, honestly. I'm yes,
really?
the thing I asked for. It's
no,
coming.
I get super excited for things I didn't ask for.
Oh, really?
That's like my favorite part. Is
I
because
mean-
like I just love getting stuff. I like seeing what people think that I like.
You're so materialistic.
I know.
Sam.
I know. But it's like, it's not even that I expected them to buy me like, even if it's like tiny cheap things, you know? Like I just love it.
The thing is, like, okay, you've still gotten stuff that you had, like, no idea what you would do with it, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, I'm glad that they got me this, but I'm never gonna use this, and I can't get rid of it. So it just, like, stockpiles up, you know? And that's awful.
I can't really think of anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I like got
Maybe
gifts
I just
that I was
get
like,
bad gifts.
what? But it's like sometimes I get like hand lotion and stuff, and
I
I'll
never
just
get
like
hand lotion.
use it.
Dang, I never get useful stuff. You know, like, my one aunt, I love her so much, but, and she has really, like, a very specific taste, and is actually kind of cool, but, you know, one time she got me this thing that she took completely seriously, and I just could not, because it was a painting of sunflowers, except the, like, center of the sunflowers were baby faces. Right? And she took this totally seriously.
Oh my God.
And she gave it to
some
me.
like Teletubbies stuff
know.
going on right there.
She gave it to me for Christmas, and, like, I had to try really hard to not laugh because I couldn't tell, you know, I don't see her except for a couple weeks in December. So I wasn't sure if it was a joke gift or if she actually meant it. So I was just like, you know, I didn't know how to react. Like, I love it, but probably not in the way that I was intended to.
Did she give you that gift because you're an artist and it was a painting, or did she?
No, she just, like, likes artsy stuff like that in general. I mean, she makes
Okay.
jewelry and she sells it. Like,
That's the other thing too. Like, I'm easy to buy gifts for because I wear jewelry, and I wear a lot of jewelry.
yeah.
So it's like, when in doubt, just like, get me some jewelry.
Yeah, actually, it's really cool. My grandma and my great aunt, they both, like, make a lot of jewelry and sell it. It's neat.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have their own Etsy's. It's cool.
Wait, I want to see your like grandma and your aunt's Etsy shops.
I know. I'll ask about it this Christmas, and if I find
Okay.
out, I'll link it to you.
That sounds great.
Yeah, they have pretty good taste. Just the baby sunflower face thing was interesting.
No, I want a painting of that now.
I know. I gotta go find it when I get home. I'll show it to you in real life.
How big was the painting?
It was actually pretty small. It was like, God, maybe the size of my hand.
In my mind, I just have an image of, you know, Van Gogh's sunflowers.
Yes.
Is that?
It's
Pretty
not
close.
like that at all, but I wish it were.
Oh. What if I painted you a version of that painting with Van Gogh's sunflowers and baby faces in the center?
You know,
I'd give it to you for Christmas.
I would grab your hand and I'd say stop because I've already done it myself. Like
It'd
that.
be like an original too, you know? I'd like put all this time and effort into painting it really well, and
Yeah.
then you'd feel bad about throwing it away.
Yeah, you know, we should just start a collection.
Yeah.
Like, every time we initiate, like, a new artist friend into our friend group,
Yeah.
we should just say, okay, you're almost in. You're almost in our super cool friend group. But first,
But
you
wait.
have to do a painting of sunflowers with baby faces in the style of Van Gogh.
No, it doesn't even. Don't even say like Van Gogh. Just like
Oh, okay.
because every person will come up with their own like weird
Interpretation,
interpretation
yes!
of what it's like.
Yes! That is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
We have to
Too bad
do
I don't
that.
have time.
I
But we'll
know.
see.
If only I had the time for joke art. I can't.
I really want to get back into like traditional painting because I haven't been taking a traditional painting class this term, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be taking one next term. So I'm gonna be at a thing over the summer that I want to have some traditional paintings for. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
see.
I have to get a couple done today. Like 2 or 3 paintings.
Okay,
That
so
sucks.
if Sunflower Babies was one of the worst gifts you've
No,
gotten,
it wasn't the
or-
worst. It was one of the unintentionally best.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's our
Whoops.
worst gift time. Worst
Yes.
gift central. Just
Worst
like
gifts
the most terrible, decrepit Christmas tree, and under it are all of those gifts. I can't think of anything right now. What about you?
I honestly can't either.
I mean, it's just stuff that's not memorable, right? You just don't remember
that's the
it.
problem, isn't it?
There's not that much that's so explicitly bad that it sticks in your mind forever. I mean, that Inuyasha art book, I think that counts. But
that's pretty amazing.
I mean, when you're a kid, it's easy to shop for you, right? Like, no matter what, they get you a toy, and you're just like, oh my god, it's a toy, this is awesome. But,
Really? No, my parents always got me, like, wolf calendars or something. I was super into wolves for a while.
I mean, that could be arguably better taste, but for a kid, it's not as cool. Like, that's the sort of stuff you want to be getting as an adult, right? Like, if you got...
Really?
Would you really rather get, like, a toy as an adult?
I mean, it depends on what kind of toy it is. Like, if someone gave me a stuffed animal right now, I would be pretty happy. Like,
it depends on the stuffed animal. Some stuffed animals I don't have room for. Like, generic bear, get that out of my face.
You're right. I mean, but if it's a stuffed animal that's, like, gifted with intention...
Of course. It's,
then
like,
I would be
totally
happy
different.
with that. Yeah. This isn't, like, the worst gifts I've ever gotten, but it's, like, when people give you sketchbooks, but they're, like, really cheap sketchbooks, and you're never going to use them.
Yeah,
I feel
or,
bad
like,
about that.
It's the sketchbooks that are made of weird paper that really do it in for me. Because I'm just like, okay, this is, like, nice, and I guess it looks cool, but I can't actually draw on this paper.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you go in Barnes & Noble, and they have those, like, sketchbooks with, like, cool covers, but they're all, like, perfect bound, and the paper inside is, like, really, like, thin and, like, not good.
Yeah, and just, like, way too smooth. Like, there's no texture on it at all, and it kind of makes it bad to draw on. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Kitschy covers and stuff, and it's like, I can't actually use this.
Or, like, the ones that just say sketchbook in big letters on the front, and I'm like, alright, I guess that's what this is. Everyone knows.
No, I'm gonna get one of those and write definitely not a
Definitely
sketchbook.
not a.
And also, the problem is, like, the sketchbooks that look the coolest are usually the ones that have, like, that are, like, perfect bound and have a spine. Yeah. But I don't like using those regularly because you can't fold the cover around back on itself, and you can't lay it flat on a table. You also,
like, it's a lot harder to rip pages out of that without it looking suspicious and looking like you're insecure of yourself.
Yeah. Whenever I buy sketchbook for myself, I always go, whenever there's a sale, like, when I need cheap sketchbooks, I go to, like, Aaron's Brothers or Blix or something, and they have those spiral bound sketchbooks with the black cover that are, like, a 2-pack for, like, really cheap, and then I just, like, buy a bunch of those at once, and I just leave them on the shelf until I need them. So, like, if you buy me sketchbooks, like, I'm probably not going to use it because I already have a bunch of them, like,
that you don't even use. Yeah, that's a problem with sketchbooks too. Although
I did get a sketchbook once, a long time ago. This is, like, gosh, it's all, like, almost 10 years ago, but it was just so beautiful. It was just this sketchbook that had this, like, really intricate, like, dragonfly drawn on the cover, and it was, like, orange with, like, this really nice binding, and the paper inside was, like, really thin, but it was, like, kind of unique, kind of parchment-y kind of paper.
That's cool.
And I never touched it because I was really afraid to draw on it because I didn't want to mess it up, because, like, and it was perfect bound too, so I couldn't mess up, because if you mess up, then you can't tear the pages out. So I've just left it, you know. It's actually here in my closet right now.
You still have it? How long ago did you get this?
I got it from my godmother, like, probably when I was, like, 10 or maybe 12.
Just can't bring yourself to use it.
Yeah, and, you know, I think I've finally gotten to the point where I think that if I pulled it out and tried to use it, I would be okay with it. So that's, like, that's a plus in my book.
That's a good one. That's a good sketchbook. Yeah, usually when people, like, hear that you're an artist and it's Christmas time, they, like, try to get you art supplies, but the thing is they have no idea what brands to get, and they don't understand that there's a huge, like, brands, like, they have no idea what to shop for. Like, and the first thing that you see on the shelf will not be the brand that you should be getting as an artist or for an artist. So
plus they'll, like, shop at, like, you know, like, Michael's or, like, Barnes & Noble
Or
And
just, wherever they sell stuff.
yeah, and it's like
Anything.
I need like these like specific pens that come from like this art store, and like normal people get really confused in art stores because it's like kind of scary, and like
There's so
all
much
sorts of
stuff.
and you don't understand what any of it is.
Yeah.
So
And unfortunately, a lot of the times that the really basic art supplies that is the best, that people will try to get you, they'll try to get you to the cheap stuff, but most of the time the cheap stuff is not good. Usually it's the most expensive brand
yeah,
that you really should be buying, which is
I did get a box of Prismacolors one year.
Like, how many?
It was like a 24 colored pencil set.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I think I still have it somewhere.
Yeah.
It was like, at the time, it was like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
a whole box of Prismacolors.
Yeah.
And now at this point, I go through like one of them a week.
Yeah.
Like one Prisma a week because of class. So it's like, oh well.
Yeah, I still have my 300 pack. It's awesome. I barely ever use it because I just don't have the opportunity to.
There's no class that would require me to use colored pencils like as a medium and not as a drawing tool.
Yeah.
Like, not as a painting tool, not a drawing tool. So I just never have the occasion.
It's too bad. But no, if you're gonna get colored pencils for your loved one that does art, you probably should go for Prismacolors if you can afford it. This is all if you can afford it, because all of the good art supplies is most likely gonna be expensive. Unless you get, like, an eraser. Which, honestly, good erasers... Okay, hold up. Good erasers are, like, so... They matter so much to me.
I like how you were like, erasers, and then you were like, stop. I've hit on something good.
I mean, you agree, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, a good eraser is so important.
And the problem is, you never use an eraser to the end. You always lose it, right?
I know. Or,
So
like, it gets too small to be usable.
Yeah, you're like buying a bunch of erasers that... I cut my erasers up into chunks because of this, because I know that I'll lose them instead of ever getting to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this one brand of Japanese eraser, and I don't know... Actually, it's not just this one brand. Like, there's a lot of brands of Japanese eraser that, like, use this specific kind of rubber, and I don't know what it is, but it is, like, the best. It pills up really nicely after you use it, and something about it, like, it gets it clean. I feel like an infomercial, but
such an eraser elitist.
it's just... Okay, I have to, like, give you, like, a whole ton of these kind of erasers, because they're, like, unmatched in how good they feel. They feel good. Sam, do you not understand? I'll spend good money on a good eraser. What?
No, I'll just get the, like, Pentel plastic ones, because they're, like, cheap enough where I don't feel bad about buying, like, 5 of them.
But they smudge. Those ones smudge.
No, the way to go
that.
is you use the white erasers, and then you, like, clean it up afterwards with one of the pink ones that are really hard.
No. But they're so crumbly. I don't like those. Dude, I'm gonna mail you. I don't even have to mail you. I'll just, like, give them to you in person. I'm gonna give you a bunch of really, really nice erasers, and I'm gonna make you appreciate them.
There's some eraser discourse going on here.
Okay, I'll make you understand. You will get it.
Hardcore eraser discourse.
I'm serious. This isn't, like, fountain pens, whatever. This is erasers.
I actually did get a fountain pen before this. Actually, the first fountain pen that I ever owned, which is the Lamy Safari, was actually a gift to me from Nick.
Oh.
Who I was dating at the time.
Yeah. I love that guy.
He's a good guy. I hope he's doing okay.
I'm gonna give him a good pat on the back.
Shout out to Nick if you're listening to this.
Shout out to Nick. Nobody's gonna know who we're talking about.
Nope.
But just know that he's the best.
Thanks for the pen, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I still use it every day.
Thanks for the pen, and thanks for being a swell guy.
Alright. So, what about giving gifts? Because I feel like... I don't know if there's any kind of expectation.
Cheap out.
Maybe a little bit. Like when you're an artist and you're giving gifts to other people. Yeah. Do you think people expect you to make something because you're an artist?
Personally, no. I don't think people expect it, but when I do make it, they're just like, oh, cool. I got a drawing. Do you think that people have this expectation of you?
I think it's because I like make stuff too. Like I
Oh,
used to run an
yeah.
Etsy shop and I make jewelry and I like do a lot of stuff like that. So I feel like there's a little bit, maybe not an expectation, it's just that like I feel like I should, like the best gift I can give is something that I've made.
Mhm.
But then the problem is like you can't make something for everyone. Like
It's just too much
easy when
work.
you're it's easy when you're making stuff for women too, because it's just it's
Women will
easier,
wear
like,
jewelry.
yeah, but like guys, it's like I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do men want? I have no idea.
I don't know. And I mean, like, it's not like a thing where it's like, I wouldn't make jewelry for a man. It's just, if you gave
like,
a
they're not
jewelry to
gonna
most
use
men,
it.
they'd just be like, what do I do with this?
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
this. They probably would wear, like, a cool bracelet. But you have to make it cool, Sam. It has to be
Yeah,
cool.
you're right. I mean, I feel like, and the thing with guys too is like if they wear anything at all, it'll be like all the time. I feel like guys won't like take an occasion and
Yeah.
like pick out some jewelry to wear, you know?
It just
Like-
has to be an everyday thing. It's like those
Right.
leather bracelets that, like, you see some guys wear, and they just wear that every day, and that's, like,
Yeah, or,
their
like-
one statement.
Like a cord with like something on it, you know, like a like manly necklace thing.
Shark tooth.
Yeah,
That's the
that-
big
like
thing.
that. But like they'll wear it every day, you know, they won't like pick some days to wear it and like maybe wear it when they're going out on a date, you
No.
know? Like not like women do, like I change earrings every day, like depending on where I'm going or like how I'm feeling.
Or how
but
you're
like men don't
dressed,
do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's harder to make gifts for guys just
Mm-hmm.
because of that weirdness, I guess.
Yeah.
But when it comes to me, I don't really make jewelry. I'm not like, my cool family that
Mm-hmm.
all makes jewelry. It's just so expensive
Yeah.
compared to just drawing on my computer or like pulling out a sketchbook and just doodling in it.
Yeah. I feel like also people who aren't artists have less use for like drawings too. Like if
Yeah.
someone gives me a drawing, like I'll hang it up. Cuz
I want you to take down the drawing from like
No, it's so good.
2012.
no, I'm going to post a picture of it.
No, please.
But it's so good.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's my favorite.
Aw.
But yeah, I feel like if you give someone a drawing, they kind of don't know what to do with it, you
Yeah.
know? So that's like, if people give me art, I'm like, yes.
You know what I think could work? And I mean, it's not like you're gonna do this every single time, but I think it would work to give a non-artist, like, a print or a poster.
Yeah, you
Like, a
think?
non-specific poster. You know?
Like, what do you mean? Like, art that's not...
I mean, it's, like, relevant to their interests, but it's
Yeah.
not, like, of a specific person or whatever, unless you really know them.
Yeah.
Like, I think things like prints and, like, movie poster style stuff would work. That's just kind of minimalist. I think they'd appreciate that. Or, like, you have to give it to them already in a context. Like, if it's framed, they'll know what to do with it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think that's the key. I think we found it. It's
Yeah.
giving it a context.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like you give it to them as fully formed as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, I know what this is. This isn't a frame. You hang frames up.
Yeah.
That's the next... That's the
Or,
next logical step. Why are we making people that don't do art sound stupid?
I don't know. Sometimes there are non-artists though who appreciate art in like a good way and will totally understand even if you don't give them something.
Yeah, but
Like,
they have to be involved in, like, the world.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
for Christmas for my godmother, I think I'm gonna. So when I visited them in Washington over the summer, I ended up doing a painting of the pond in their backyard.
All right, you showed me this. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I
and
love
so I
it.
think what I'm gonna do for Christmas is I'm gonna either have it printed and shipped to them, or I'm gonna print it like myself and then frame it and then ship it to them because I know they're
Yeah.
both like people who like art, even if none
Mhm.
of them are like artists specifically, and I know
Yeah,
they'll
they
kind
understand
of appreciate
it a
it.
bit more.
Yeah, and plus I mean it's a painting of their garden, so that's
Yeah.
like even better.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I miss Washington. That's a great state. It's raining all the time. It looks miserable. It's perfect.
I always say I miss Washington, but as soon as the weather gets cold, like here, I'm like, oh no.
Well, it's because, okay,
Cold.
California cold and Washington cold are two completely different kinds of cold. You know?
think? I think it's because I'm just not prepared for the cold here in California.
Yeah, there's that too, where you're just like, I don't know how I should feel about this.
Yeah.
But, no, it's just like, when it's cold in California, it goes from like 90 degrees to 60 in like the span of a couple hours. So that's kind of why it sucks more when it's cold here. But in Washington, it's just cold all the time. So you're prepared for it.
You're right. And plus you like the thing is, like, I hate waking up in the morning when it's cold because then I have to force myself to get out of the blankets when it's cold, and I just don't want to do that.
If you shower in the morning, it's like the best thing ever.
No.
Have you ever showered right after like waking up from a really cold sleep?
No.
It's the best.
I never shower in the morning.
You should try it.
But then you get out of the shower and you're wet and then you're even colder.
Well, but by that point, like, your core body temperature is heated up to the point where it's like livable. Don't me.
Ugh.
It's like, it's so satisfying. Like, you feel the cold literally melt off of you. It's awesome.
I miss my dad used to wake up every morning before me, and when it was cold in the winter, and he'd turn the heater on so that I could wake up and the house would already be warm.
That's awesome.
That was a good time. So when you give gifts for Christmas, would you rather buy someone a gift or would you rather make someone a gift?
That's a hard one. I mean, given that I didn't have time constraints, I would try to make everyone something just because I enjoy it. And even if, like, if I'm expanding my work to the point where I'm like, oh, I have to, this has to be finished because it's going to someone, that would be really helpful. It would help me finish projects, and it probably would help me give me a more, like, rounded portfolio.
I always try to make gifts when I can, just because it feels more personal, and you know that they're not going to get anything like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody won't accidentally get them the same drawing that you did for them.
Like, oh man, what a coincidence.
Oops.
Yeah. I have been really excited for Christmas this year. I don't know. So I've been buying a lot of people's gifts really early.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this whole list drawn out of, like, people's interests and, like, what gifts I'm going to get them. And I've been, like, shopping since like, August.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have, like, I have boxes now of, like, stuff that I've already bought that I'm ready to give to people. Because I didn't want to wait until the last minute, because then I'd have to, like, wait for it to ship and all that. So, I've got piles of gifts waiting. I don't think I'm making gifts for anyone this year, other than for my godmother.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people well enough to really give them, like, a gift that I feel like was worth my money and worth their time. And it always makes me feel bad because I'm like, I really, I care about these people, but I just don't know them that well. Like, on a personal level. It's not like I really talk to these people. I just see them once a year and they say, why are you so tall? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Dude, man, we used to do Secret Santa in our friend group.
We did.
For, like, 3 or 4 years in a row.
Not 4 years, maybe, like, 2 years.
It started in high school, though. It started, like, sophomore year in high school.
Yeah, but we didn't do it past high school.
No, we did it for 1 year past high school. We did it last year.
Did we? Was I even involved in that?
Yes, you were.
Who did I give a gift to, and what did I give them?
I don't know. I have to check.
Okay.
But yeah, and I think Secret Santa was good, except that, like, now we're all, like, everyone's in different places, and, like, also, like, people are, like, moving around and, like, having different friend groups and stuff, so it's, like, a lot harder.
Yeah.
And also, we whenever we try and make it bigger, what ends up happening is, like, people will draw, like, people that they don't know that well. Yeah. And then it gets really hard to buy gifts for them, so I'm just gonna buy everyone a gift this year.
Aw. Now I feel guilty because I'm not buying anyone a gift.
You know, the one person I haven't bought a gift for is you.
Me! Yeah! Oh, wait, you actually bought me a gift already. Do you have any ideas? Tell me your gift ideas for me.
I have some ideas, but you know, it seemed like a good idea like back when I saw it in like July or something.
Yeah.
But like now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like maybe you won't like it that much, or you
What is
won't
it?
be able to use it. I can't tell you in
But
case I do decide to get it.
Dang it, Sam.
I mean, do you want to know? Like, will it ruin the surprise for you?
Nah.
Would you rather?
I don't really care about surprises, to be honest.
You don't? Okay. I was gonna get you this really cute watch that has the like a constellation background.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know if you would ever wear a watch, so.
I used to wear a watch like every day, actually.
Yeah, I used to wear a watch too, but like, so I think I'm not gonna get you that. I'm probably gonna get you something else.
Is it the one where it's like the solar system?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's so awesome, dude! I would wear that like every day if you got that for me.
Yeah. It's like not the like super fancy one with the moving solar system.
Oh,
you know?
dang
It's just
it.
like, yeah.
Still
oh no,
cool.
Are you kidding? That one's like $10,000.
I know. I was like, I was trying to calculate in my head how expensive that would be.
No.
And I was like, wait, hold on, maybe I'm not so okay with this.
If I could afford to get that, I'd get it for myself. I'm sorry.
That's an awesome watch, though.
Yeah.
No, I almost got you those really expensive Monterey Bay earrings, and I was like,
oh, no, it's okay. I can just make those myself.
no, you can't.
You're right.
You can't
Right.
do it.
I can't. You're right. Forget I said anything.
Just being really mean. You could never. You fool. Now you have to go on a massive quest to prove me wrong or whatever.
What do you want for Christmas, though? Now I have to think of new gifts for you.
I don't want you to, like, get me anything, though.
But I want...
I haven't gotten you anything yet.
No, you don't have to.
I have to.
No.
You're getting me something, and you're asking me, what do you want? You don't even have something in mind, and you're telling me that I don't have to get you anything, but you're going to get me something.
I mean, I love giving gifts. I've always loved giving gifts. It's just one of the things that, it just makes me really happy.
You're such a good person.
I just
stresses
love...
me out. I'm gonna get you this $40 set of wine glasses.
Thank you. And I'm gonna have to buy some black water to drink in it.
No, you could just get wine.
You're right.
Just do it. It's not even legal yet, but just do it.
Oh man, just straight up.
Dude, if I get you these, and as soon as like we're both legal, we start drinking wine together with them, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta wait a little while though. Well, you gotta buy those for me for Christmas.
No, we gotta buy these preemptively.
But not. I mean,
because then it'll be more exciting because we'll be like, we can finally bust these out.
I guess that's true.
I'm gonna buy them right now.
No, don't.
You don't want these wine glasses?
They are very nice, but
they're so cool. You'd love them. I'd love them.
I would want to drink other things with them because I already had them.
Okay, well, I'll buy it now and I'll just tease them. I'll tease you with them for like a year and a half.
That's all right. Dishwasher safe.
Are they?
They are.
Dang.
Interesting.
I mean, there's 2 of them too, so it's perfect. I'll give you one and I'll get one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's everything we have to say about giving and getting gifts for artists.
Yeah. We just talked about wine glasses a lot at the end.
Yeah. That's okay.
Nobody even knows what we're talking about. We'll link it in the show notes, I'm guessing. It's a good idea.
Do you want to do one cool things?
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll start.
Yeah.
It's kind of relevant because we were just talking about art books and art books that we have gotten before or like to get for Christmas, and I recently found this book. It's called Tales from the Loop by Simon Stollenhag?
Yeah.
It's this incredible art book of I don't know if it's like supposed to be a children's book or if it's just an art book that he's put out, but it's basically like Scandinavian landscapes but with like robots. I don't know.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I've seen his work on Tumblr, right?
I know, I've seen his work, and
He's
I was
amazing.
like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was from anything, but it's actually from this book. It's like all of the art is like super like nostalgic 80s, like just landscapes, like really, really
kind of
nicely painted
post-apocalyptic
stuff.
in a way.
Not even post-apocalyptic. It's just like there's just like kids playing in a field, but with like robots, like empty robot shelves in the background.
Is that not post-apocalyptic? I mean,
I don't think it's post-apocalyptic
they're like
because it's
dead
like
robots.
yeah, but it's like 80s like style, and like I don't know, it's just the colors are amazing. The way it feels is just, it feels, all of the art feels like nostalgic.
Yeah,
it's just, and he also has another book which I think is set in the 90s. Things from the Flood is what it's called.
I think
it's like
I've
a
seen
similar
that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a similar kind of concept, but I think it's like this is like 90s. It's such a good. I saw it and I was gonna get it. Usually what happens when I see art books on Amazon is that I immediately looked for used copies of the book, because a lot of the time you can find, if the book's like $30, you can usually find like a used copy that's like $5.
Yeah.
But because these were like, first of all, they were like crowdfunded, I think, and second of all, it's pretty new, so there's no one's selling used copies of them for cheap.
So you didn't get it?
So I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh. If you get it, you have to show it to me, because that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. I see his work all the time.
Yeah. I loved...
He's like a really big inspiration, actually, and I hardly know anything about him.
Yeah, I think he had a Kickstarter for this book is how it got out.
Yeah.
But I've seen his work on Tumblr, and I just had no idea that it was from anything. I just thought it was, like some guy's portfolio.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, you should. It's worth it. As worth it as those wine glasses.
Yeah. Sure it is. Alright, what's your one cool thing for this week?
Alright, my one cool thing, it's not new, and it's not super relevant. I mean, I guess space is always relevant. But it's this simulator. I'm not even sure if I can call it a game, but it is. You do open it in a video game thing, as you do, and it lets you explore the known universe. And it's free. On top of that, it's really cool. It basically just lets you like wander around space. It's really neat.
Is it like a first person thing, or
it is first person?
Wow, that sounds like really, like, it took a lot of work to make.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful, and it's really cool, and it's pretty expansive. If you're into space exploration or sci-fi or any of that, it's super worth it. There's no narrative to it. It's just, you can wander around.
That must have taken forever to build. There's no way they did that all by hand. I think they must have had like a database, and then they had some sort of program that automates it, because there's just way too much stuff to just do it all by hand.
I mean, maybe, but there's a lot of it that seems kind of, not personalized per se, but it's got a lot of work and detail put into it. It's like a little too detailed, I think, for me to fully believe that it's just like a database. I mean, people have to put the information in that database in the first place, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna watch the trailer.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this week. Is there anything else you want to add?
I'm gonna get you that wine glass.
Are you really?
That wine glass set? Yeah.
What, don't you need money for, like, food and stuff? Just hold on to your money for food.
I can't do that when you're buying me things.
No. I'm not buying you anything.
You're buying me things.
No, I'm not.
I have to buy you things back. That's how Christmas works.
No.
It's the worst holiday of the year. I hate it.
No. I'm not gonna get you anything, Simone.
Yes, you are.
No.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not buying you anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this has been Negative Space. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns,
go to this web zone.
You can go ahead and email us at negspacepodcast@gmail.com. If you're looking for the show notes, that is at samanthashay.com/negative-space. There'll be a link in the description. And also, please subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a rating. We don't have enough ratings to actually have a star a general star rating yet, so that'd be nice if we can get that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for listening, and
Thanks.
hope you have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh shit. Oh no. I just moused over. Okay, never mind. It's fine.